nothing like the sound of Carolina hoofbeats. Riding down the trail under a big blue sky and pine trees. Sitting high in the saddle, nothing else matters. My feet in the stirrups, I'm so happy. There's nothing like the sound of Carolina hoofbeats.
Hi, we're down in Kelly, North Carolina today with Mary Miller Jordan and her horse Line Dance. And Mary has kind of introduced a new concept this year about us using our mind, our body, and our energy to have a better experience with our horses and developing a bond and a good sense of trust with them. So, Mary, why don't you just tell everybody about what you're thinking, and I'll just turn it over to you.
All right. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Miss Rose. Yeah, mind, body, energy is something that I call Be Me, because it really is how we each can be me, how I'm myself, how you're you, how Line Dance can become himself. And when we are developing relationships with horses, one thing that I've learned so much from the Mustangs is the fact that, you know, you've got to have a balance of all three of those components to really connect with a horse. You know, you communicate with them in body, but you also communicate with them in mind and in energy. To me, body are the components that we can see. It's the stuff that we typically focus on with our horses. It's like moving their feet, it's disengaging the hips, getting them to back up, you know, anything where you can see the horse move. It's also the way I use my physical body to mirror his and help him mirror mine. So when I'm doing things where I'm leading him or riding him, I'm going to do things with my physical body the same way that I want him to do things with his physical body. So I want us to be mirrored in that body component. And the body is very important. There's no doubt about it. No doubt. I think it's really important to recognize that, okay, you know, yeah, body is important, and yeah, we can see it with our eyes, and so we think that it's like all there is, but it's less than 1% of all there is. And that is huge. So you got to take that into account. So that's first thing. That's body. Then we go to mind. So now we're making up for all that other 99, you know, percent in these other two factors. And the mind component is powerful. The mind is where our thoughts come from, okay? And the voice that your voice, as you hear it inside of your head, is the most important voice you will hear in your whole life. We are constantly having a discussion with ourselves through self-talk. We can either have a pep talk where we're pumping ourselves up, or we can be talking ourselves down, okay? And the choice in which talk we want to have is entirely up to us. Like, say you took a fall from your horse. Say you took a really bad fall, and now every time you're at the spot in the arena where you took that fall, you just can't help but just get taken over by the thought of it happening again. You just relive it in your mind over and over and over again. Your mind goes down that same road over and over and over again. Well, that's natural, okay? And it happens to everybody. It happens to horses. When horses have had negative experiences, as many of them have, you know, how many times have we seen a horse have a flashback and then something happens with that horse reacts in a dangerous way because they were expecting the same thing to happen again. So, you know, we got to cut ourselves some slack when it comes to stuff like that and recognize that, yeah, it's hard. And when you've had something like that happen, it's gonna be hard to redirect your thoughts around it. But you can do it. And the way you can do it is first recognize how hard it is and recognize that you're gonna fall back on that road of thinking that bad thing. You're gonna have that thought again. And when you feel yourself having that negative thought, you're gonna say, okay, I feel it, it happened. I'm gonna take a big old X and I'm gonna put an X over that thought and I'm gonna watch it just fade away. Now, I'm going to imagine something different. Okay, say that spot on the rail where I came off my horse. I'm going to imagine that me and my horse, we are cantering, and it feels beautiful, and we are partnered totally as one, and it is the best feeling canter I've ever experienced with my horse. And I'm going to canter right on past that spot. Now,
Hi, I'm Sammy Jenkins, President of North Carolina Horse Council, and we would like to invite you to come to this year's State Fair. It has been labeled the Year of the Horse, and we have tremendous lineup of entertainment.
Each day begins with a parade of breeds. All the major breeds in our state will be represented, even our state horse, the Spanish Mustang. Afterwards, catch the highlight show for a sampling of all that is to come. Watch cowboys work trail obstacles, move cows through mazes, delight at daredevil trick riders and trick horses. Listen to the rhythm of the boards as performed by the Pasofino horse. Our headline act features Guy McLean of Queensland, Australia, multiple winner of Road to the Horse, one of the most prestigious competitions in the United States. Take a 5-minute lesson, ride a horse, maybe it's your first time. Watch drill teams from our area compete. Enjoy equestrian vaulting. See mule packing as it's done for our military. Mary Miller Jordan will be our featured headline act as well, presenting Magic of the American Mustang. Watch musical freestyles as seen in the Olympics and much more.
All the events at the Hunt Horse Complex are included in your State Fair admission. So come down, join us, and we're looking forward to seeing you.
Looking for the perfect bed and bail? From the moment you drive through the gate, relax and enjoy all Hawks Crest Manor has to offer. Whether you're coming for a wedding, a family reunion, a trail ride, a weekend away with the girls, or from a busy, bustling meeting in the city, make our house your home. Located in Spring Hope, North Carolina, minutes from downtown Raleigh, Rocky Mount, or Wilson. Schedule your reservation today.
You don't ever actually make the negative memory go away. It's always there somewhere. But you can create so many other roads that are so much more powerful than the negative one that before long you won't even recognize the negative one's still there. So the mind is a very, very powerful tool. And these horses, okay, that movie I was talking about you playing of yourself cantering down the rail on your horse, that movie in your mind, this horse sees your movie. He sees it clear as it's all he sees. He sees your movie more than he sees the other stuff that's going on around him, especially when y'all are connected. And especially if you're playing a really scary movie, then it don't matter if you're connected or not, they're gonna see that movie. So you gotta be careful that you play the movie you want your horse to see, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna end up living out that movie in reality through your relationship with your horse. Now is energy. If you thought the other two were cool, energy is just fascinating to me. And the Be Me triad, body, mind, energy, be me, they're all balanced, okay? Body, mind, and energy are equal components. And the way that I look at energy is I imagine these little balls, like little golf balls, okay? And the balls are particles of energy. The balls do not change. No matter the type of energy you're experiencing, the balls stay the same. It's what you do with those balls that changes. And I look at it as we've got like a spectrum, an energy spectrum. And on one end of the energy spectrum, we have what I call best friend mode energy, which is what I'm exuding right now to Line Dance and what he's exuding back to me. And we're in this bubble of best friend mode energy. In that place, it's very rhythmical. It has the same tempo to it. It's circular. It's flowy. You know, it feels good. You want to be there. It's peaceful. Everybody is just relaxed and happy and at peace. And the mind and the body mirrors it. One of the things I think is really interesting, if you think about what a horse would do, okay, if you turn them out on a big old green field, no fences, just set them free out there on a big old green field. He might go run around a little bit, you know, and be a little spastic at first, but before long, he'd drop his head and start eating grass. That's what horses do. When a horse physically eats grass, okay? Physically, this is body. The jaw, the way the jaw works, the bottom jaw drops down and then comes across and then comes back up as they chew. It makes a circular motion. The bottom jaw makes a circular motion across the top as they chew. That is a physical way of the body mirroring the energy that the horse craves to feel in that best friend mode. One thing that I do is I'll use an extension of my arm, and I like to use a dressage whip, and it's not for whipping. It's just an extension of my arm. It's an extension of my energy, really. And I'll take a ribbon, and I'll tie a ribbon to the end of it, you know, about 3 foot long, and I'll take that ribbon and I'll make the shape with the ribbon that I'm feeling the energy is. So for best friend mode energy, it's round and it's rhythmical. So I'll go around in a soft rhythmical way with the ribbon, and it helps me tap into that place because I'm like the horse, okay? The same way the horse can move that jaw circularly, and that circular motion helps the horse relax. They don't just drop their head to graze because they're hungry. They drop their head to graze because they want to feel peace. They want to feel best friend mode. Other end of the spectrum, it's what I call tiger mode. Same little balls. Little balls are no different, okay? Little balls are no different. They were over here, happy place. They're having a good old time over here in best friend mode. Life was good. Now in tiger mode, they are lined up. They are all lined up. They are almost suffocating each other. They're on top of each other so tight. They are lined up and they are fixated like a gun would be on its target. They are fixated and pointed in perfect alignment at the spot they're going to, A to B. There ain't nothing getting in their way, and if you're in their way, then you might as well move because you're getting ready to get shot right through. Tiger mode is very direct. It is very aligned. It is very pointed at what it's at, okay? So those are the stark contrasts. Is best friend mode is circular and rhythmical, tiger mode is pointed, fixated, direct.
People from around the Triangle come to Carolina Barbecue of Garner off Highway 70 because they know what they'll get. Authentic Eastern North Carolina chopped barbecue, Southern fried chicken, hush puppies, Brunswick stew, and more. But did you know that they'll come to you? For your next backyard party, company event, graduation party, weddings, rehearsals, or any other occasion, you bring the people, and Carolina Barbecue of Garner will bring the pig. Call 773-0222.
Follow me to Carolina Barbecue.
We're your neighborhood source for everything you need from your farm to your home.
At Harper Sales and Service, a division of Harper Landscaping, we can cater to all your mowing needs. Whether you need to start out with a beginner series for those smaller lawns, you can work your way all the way up to a zero turn and even get into those bigger areas where you might have an acre or two or more.
My animals depend on me, and I depend on Harper Equipment Sales and Services to keep me running. From my weed eater to my tractor, they can fix it all.
When you look for Harper Landscaping, it's no sweat.
Now, as humans, okay, we naturally exude tiger mode energy. We are predators. We kill stuff. We eat meat. We may not eat meat now, but it does not matter. We are designed and hardwired to be the top end of the totem pole when it comes to who gets eaten, and we eat everything, okay? And I would rather not be that way, but it's just the way it is. It's the way it is. So our eyes are set on the front of our head. So what does that mean? We have really good depth perception. What does that mean for the thing we're looking at? Okay, to us, it means, well, okay, I can see how close you are from me, and that's useful for attack. What does it mean to the thing you're looking at? How does that thing you're looking at feel when it's got two eyes focused in on it in a way where it comes to a point? It creates massive tiger mode energy. That thing, that is how my husband felt his brother lined up with the slingshot. He could feel his eyes penetrating into his back to the point that there was a little smoke coming off the spot in my husband's back where he was looking. Your eyes are that powerful. And the horse, okay, now that's the person. Think about the horse. Think about the horse's perspective. The horse is the prey. The horse gets eaten. We eat the horse. This is just a fact, okay? The horse is hardwired to design to feel tiger mode energy very well. And not only feel it, but if they feel tiger mode energy, and if they sit there and think about, oh, that felt funny, they're dead. They're dead. If they even think about it, they're dead. So they are hardwired to feel it and get the heck out of Dodge. I think it's really important to recognize, you know, for one, what best friend mode and what tiger mode is. Two, recognize that you, as people, we pretty much have a tendency to be in tiger mode. As a horse, the horse has a tendency to want to be in best friend mode. Now, because we pull a horse into this crazy environment, there's plenty of horses that stay in tiger mode all the time just because they're trying to survive. You know, you're going to balance the mode that you feel from someone else, you're going to mirror back. So this mirroring thing is more than just my mind-body energy mirroring itself. It is my be me mirroring his be me mirroring mine. The horse and I are like two mirrors, okay, facing each other, mirroring back into each other into infinity. I know that's really deep, but that's the way it is. So when he feels tiger mode energy, he's going to respond with tiger mode energy. If he feels best friend mode, he's going to respond with best friend mode. So, I mean, these are the core concepts. Now, the only other thing I want to make sure I add about energy is the fact that I'm not saying best friend mode is good and tiger mode is bad. I know it sounds like it is, but I'm not saying that. I want to try to model some Be Me techniques for y'all. Everything that I do has a body component, a mind component, and an energy component. And I have 3 basic maneuvers that I want the horse to be able to do before I start applying these things to objects or obstacles. And the first thing that I want the horse to be able to do is I want to be able to think about the horse's hip moving away from me. I want to think about the inside hind crossing the outside hind. I want to think about the horse's nose melting into me, drawing into me. And I'm going to look at the horse's hips. Specifically, I'm going to look right here at the stifle right here. That's the actual spot, because the thing that's important about tiger mode energy is you've got to look at a very fixated pencil point. You can't just look at the hip. It's too broad, okay? You got to take your eyes into one little spot. So I specifically look at the stifle. So and then if I need to, this is the tool I'm going to use to mirror the energy that I'm exuding. So if I want tiger mode energy, I'm going to do pointed energy like this, right to the spot that I want to point it at. If I'm going to do, if I'm going to do best friend mode energy, then I'm going to do more of a circular, softer feel to it. So I'm always going to start, always going to start with a little best friend mode energy like this. Good. Now I'm going to move to, I'm going to ask the hip to move over slightly. This is the first thing I want the horse to be able to do. I'm going to look at that stifle, and that's all I'm going to do. I didn't really even have to point much energy, but I was still looking in tiger mode at that stifle. The second thing I want to be able to do is I want to be able to point energy towards the horse's chest and ask them to back away from me. The spot that I want to point the energy to is right here in the middle of the chest, okay? I'm going to look at that spot. I'm going to imagine in my mind the horse taking soft steps back, and I'm going to focus that tiger mode energy on that exact spot, and then I'm going to use this if I need to back it up. That's all I want. This is not about the horse physically backing up across the pen. This is about the horse recognizing my be me and mirroring it in his be me, okay? So all I wanted was a shift. He didn't even have to take a step. Even if you just see those chest muscles right here tighten, that's enough. That's enough. And I want the horse to be able to do things in teeny increments like that. I want the connection to be that soft, okay? So that's the second thing. The third thing that I want to be able to do is I want to be able to laterally ask the shoulders to move side to side. The magnificent thing about shoulders is if you can help manipulate the shoulders, you can guide the horse's thought. Because the shoulders is what's going to point the body of the horse to something. The head can be over here and the horse is still moving this way with their shoulders. So wherever you point the shoulders, the thought is going to follow. So I love being able to really be able to control the shoulders. So again, I'm going to start with a little best friend mode type energy. Now, if I want the shoulders to move, I'm going to open the door with my hand, because it's just like when you're riding and you open a leg. Okay, so I'm going to open the door with my hand. I'm going to look right here on the shoulder, very pointed spot, and I'm just going to ask those shoulders. That's all I wanted. Okay, that was more than enough. I just wanted that shift showing that he recognized that was what I was looking for. So I want to have those 3 things first before I do anything else. Now a fourth thing I want to have that builds upon all of these is I want to have a draw to me. And it builds upon primarily the cue to the hip, but it also uses the front end cues as well. So if I want to draw him to me, I'm going to look at that spot on the stifle. I'm going to add energy to it, and I'm going to draw away from him. Good. Okay, so that was a really good example of a disconnection and tiger mode building the connection back. Okay, he got disconnected because the dog's barking his head off over there, and he looked over there. So, but I had a tool that he understood. He understood when I added tiger mode energy to that hip that means to draw in to me if I'm up in front of him drawing him away. So I was able to add tiger mode energy and redirect his thoughts back to me. Now he's softer again. So now, okay, so now something's happened. He went from exploring to now he's kind of camped out, he's uninterested again. You can see in his energy, in his mind, he's just like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna hang out now. So now that he's comfortable in this place, I'm gonna direct his thoughts forward again. I'm gonna use tiger mode energy at the hip. I'm gonna direct his thoughts to this box. And as soon as his thoughts are directed, okay, as soon as I see that shift, I'm gonna fill this space with best friend mode energy. Best friend mode energy is the cookie. That's the thing that the horse craves. That's the reason they drop their head and graze, is because it's a natural way of creating best friend mode energy. So the horse is gonna seek out that cookie in me through my energy. So I'm going to tiger mode to the hips to draw them forward. I'm directing energy at the water box. As soon as I see that he's directed his thought, best friend mode energy again. You can see a little release, okay? I'm gonna do it again. Tiger mode energy, best friend mode energy once he's here. Tiger mode energy, good, best friend mode energy. Now, something really important to think about here too. He has to stay aligned to the box. It is important that his shoulders stay at a right angle to the box. If he was to dip a shoulder out to the right or to the left, I would fix it. And I have I can do that. I have that communication now. So again, I'm going to add a little tiger mode energy. Good. That was forward thought. That was forward thought. Good. Now I'm going to ask for my tiger mode again. Good. 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 Good boy. Good. Now, once he's taken a step, I do not want him to blow through, okay? If he follows with the other foot, that's okay. But lots of times, I'll actually back him out after that one foot. I do not want him to take a step and then go on through. So through these clinics and seminars and modeling, I'm so excited this year to be able to do more of that, to be able to show what I've learned with the Mustangs. We've had these Mustangs for a little over 3 years now, and it is just crazy the amount of knowledge I feel like that they've gifted me with, and probably more than anything just showed me how much more I have to learn, because there's just so much we don't know. But you know, I'm fascinated to keep trying and to keep sharing and share this relationship, because it really is about the relationship with these horses. And I don't mean relationship as being just warm and fuzzies. I mean, it is warm and fuzzies, but it's the connection. It is that connection where you are operating as one body, as one mind, and as one energy. And when you hit those sweet spots, there is nothing that can compare, nothing.
My name is Scott Brookins, and I am the owner of Brookins Construction and MD Barn Master of the Carolinas. At MD Barn Master, we have the best warranty in the business. We have a variety of designs to choose from. Our barns are easily customizable to meet your needs. We have financing available to those who qualify. Our barns are fire resistant and they hold their value with little maintenance. Let us build your dream barn for you today.
You know, you don't need a PhD in tractorology to understand that more power is a good thing. Mahindra tractors are engineered for maximum power and backed by a 5-year powertrain warranty. Yes, sir, Mahindra tractors even have enough power to give the competition a lift. Take a good look at the world's #1 selling tractor, Mahindra.
We are so proud to work with the Southeastern Reining Horse Association on a project that they adopted this year called Victory Junction. Reining horse riders got sponsors and rode in a special class just to raise money for the Children's Hospital. In addition to raising money, they prepared a special bonus for children who are patients there. Watch and learn about this great group and their event. Then we moved on to Raleigh to work with the Triangle Polo Charity Classic folks for a polo match to raise money for Guiding Light. Guiding Light is a program that supports family member caregivers for long-term patients. If you've never seen a polo match, I promise you, you are in for a treat. It's fast-moving and there's excitement in every stride. See you next week when we present Polo and Victory Junction.
We welcome you to join us and be part of the largest and most active horse council in America.
So why don't you stand beside me, come and join the herd, and be a member of the North Carolina Horse Council and take advantage of the many benefits that it has to offer you and your horse. And let's ride the trail together.
Carolina Hoofbeats is brought to you in part by Newcomb Quarter Horses. Newcomb Quarter Horses with over 40 years experience. Find out how we can help you today. NewcombQuarterHorses.net. And also by Carolina Hoofbeats Magazine, a free publication about the horse industry in North Carolina. Catch up on the latest issue at CarolinaHoofbeats.com. And also by Southeast Equine Magazine, a free publication about the horse industry in the southern United States.
Sitting high in the saddle, nothing else matters. My feet in the stirrups, I'm so happy. There's nothing like the sound of Carolina hoofbeats. Sitting high in the saddle, nothing else matters. My feet in the stirrups, I'm so